Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Cavaliers. And for the Suns. And it's Durant in at the 4 spot.
You know, the Suns really had a lot to overcome as they started the rebuilding project, and they just weren't the same team the home crowd was used to seeing, and the struggles were evident by that 17-24 record here at home.
Here's Mitchell, always going up for the alley-oop here, and it's Allen with the jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. And Durant backing in. Kicks it to Warren. Lock at 6. It's Beal on the wing. Here's Eaton. It's Durant on the wing. Shoots the 3. Allen with the rebound. And here are the Cavaliers now. Sutherland. Beyond the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And the Suns, who have been so good for so long here at U.S. Airways Center, you know, it really was strange to see them drop so many games on their home court.
Well, to give you an idea of just how dominant this team has been here in Phoenix, this was the first time since the end of the 2003-2004 season that they didn't have a home record better than 500.
The Suns shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Free throw, good bucket.
Well, the Cavs really didn't have a lot of players that demanded attention on defense last year. Really, just Kyrie Irving. And when he was out, their offense had no punch.
Both free throws good. And for the Cavs, Cleveland managing just 6 wins out of the 30 games they had out of conference.
Well, when you can only win 6 games against the West, I mean, there's a pretty good chance you're going to finish at the bottom of the East. I thought injuries really derailed the Cavs season, but they weren't ready to go out on the road and beat better Western teams. Too many young players on the team who just didn't understand the NBA yet.
It's Durant on the wing.
I'm open right here.
Pass to Warren. Fires the 3. The basket good on the assist. Warren's got himself on the board with 3 now.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
Loose.
Ladies and gentlemen, go rebound.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Dives for it. Here's Booker. The feed to Durant. Heaton defended by Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the shot is good. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Here's Eaton. Outside for Beal. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed his board hands, too.
The Suns making a switch here. The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Mitchell, defended by Beal. Sutherland. Well, good with the triple.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And that's the only way to stop him, Clark. The defender has to be all over him with a hand in his face.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go. Those ability is matched only by his energy guys. He's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Here's Booker. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter.
Well, one of the struggles for a young team is figuring out how to win on the road. And winning on the road is not just execution, it's preparation and mindset. And young teams struggle to put that together, and the Cavs were certainly a team that struggled with that.
Phoenix leading by 3. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Guys, Kevin Durant last season joined the exclusive 180 club. Over 50% from the field, 40% from three-point territory, and 90% from the line. It's the gold standard of shooting efficiency, something only 5 other players have done in NBA history. It was a goal of his going into the season, but his ultimate goal still remains, to win an NBA title. He said, quote, "The hunger is always there. That's my goal every year, to get to the top of the mountain." Guys, he knows it's a long road, but they've gotten so close. We'll see if this is his year.
Yeah, championship mentality, Doris. Good point. Thanks. With the Cavaliers being young was a big problem, and not having much luck with injuries was another. But, Steve, it can be tough to score points when you're on the road, and they struggle with that in a big way.
Well, they would end up in the bottom 5 in scoring last year while on the road, and that did them no favors. And defense, I mean, that was another issue. They couldn't stop anybody. So you combine that defense going on the road, Kevin, what I like about him is that he tends to get hot at the most opportune times. It doesn't matter if it's coming out of a halftime or out of a timeout. He just has a knack for heating up in a hurry.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
Here's Booker. After the made shot from Okoye, a nice shot by Booker.
Looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
You know, for so long, the Suns have been one of the stronger teams in the West, and typically could just blitzkrieg Eastern Conference teams with their offense. That's not the case anymore. It really was the East that got the better of the Suns last season.
1:46 left now here in the second. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Booker's got 9 points now in the quarter. Well, back to the Suns against the Eastern Conference. They really seem to falter at times, and they had to travel to the East Coast. And, Steve, even when they hosted teams in the desert.
You know, all good things must come to an end, and the Suns' dominance over the East wasn't going to last forever. Because remember, for many years, the Suns just ran roughshod over the Eastern Conference. But only 8 wins in their 30 games against the East. That was by far the lowest total of anybody in the West.
You know, the Cavs have been very mindful of remaining flexible in terms of the salary cap. And when you do this, you set yourself up to perhaps make a big splash in free agency at some point. You know what's coming. You might have a chance to re-sign LeBron in 2014 with how their books look.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the made shot from Ball. He dishes it to George. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And that had been the rumor for a while. The Cavaliers looking to maybe mend some bridges and bring LeBron back in the mix when he hits free agency next year. Their books are certainly in order for it, Steve, and it might happen.
Hey, you never know. I mean, nobody expected LeBron to leave in the first place, so why not give himself an opportunity? You are in his backyard in terms of LeBron's hometown, so I I like what the Cavs have done. They've added young talent, but they've maintained flexibility just in case.
Here's George after the made shot from Booker. Feeds to Allen. Defended by Ball. Here's Mobley. Ross grabs the board. Here's Booker. It could be. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Suns lead.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Hello and welcome. We've got a great one underway at U.S. Airways Center. Phoenix with the lead against Cleveland. Just outstanding efficiency offensively. They're having a field day. It's just that simple. Bradley Beal certainly playing well so far. He's been having no trouble getting good looks, and he's dropping the buckets. And still hanging in there, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're doing well inside, big bodies, big points in the paint advantage. And time now to head back out to the rest of the game in Phoenix. I'll see you next time on 2K Sports.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You have to like what we're seeing from Booker.
He went off in the first two quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
There's the pick. There's the pass to Warren. Right block shot. Outside for Beal. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. For three, Durant hits the bucket. His team on the board first here in the second half of the Suns. The Cavaliers trail by 10.
You know, when you're one of the worst teams in the league, you have a lot of problems. And for the Suns, one of their biggest problems was that opponents shot very close to 40% against them from behind the arc. And that's just not a winning number.
And Beal kicks to Warren. There's the lob to the hoop. Phenomenal. They're taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Passes it to Mitchell. Defended by Beal. Pass to Stevens. Sutherland. Shot clock at 6. That is good. As you said, Clark, with the Suns, dead last in the league in terms of opposing three-point percentage. Defense overall was a problem for him, Steve, but especially in closing out on shooters beyond the arc.
Well, the three-point shot, Kevin, has become such a huge part of every NBA team's offense now that if you're struggling to defend that line, you're going to really find yourself at the bottom of the league defensively and record-wise, and that's exactly where Phoenix found itself.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
There's the screen. Lee dishes to Booker. And it's Lee penetrating. Here's Heaton. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, when he's not blocking shots, he's altering them, Kevin, because he's just a constant presence and a threat defensively in the paint.
The other thing I like about him is his pursuit of the pumpkin. I mean, he loves to slip in there and get a few second chance baskets.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And the pass to Stevens. He kicks it to Allen. Lively. And another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
The Cavaliers have made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line.
Yeah, basically a middle-of-the-road type free throw shooting team, about 76% a year ago.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a numbers standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling inside.
First half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
So it's the Cavaliers now. It's a 13-point game and really deep through that time. 7 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
19 seconds left in the third. Here's Mitchell, defended by Durant. Nice D from Durant.
Some rugged defense there against one of the
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Suns ahead, up 10. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Here's Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in. Mitchell's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Cavs. Well, Phoenix shooting has been just fantastic, around 65%. Getting exactly what they want.
How sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
And it was nice. Just a gorgeous assist.
And so here's Cleveland. The Suns getting the bucket. From deep. The shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Dishes it to Beal. Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Stolen by Mitchell. Sutherland. And he kept off the fast break with a monster slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Monty Williams address his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Thank you, Doris. That's not as easy as it made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary for him.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder.
No good for Mitchell.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
There's Beal with the 3. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Oh, and there's the alley. And it's Allen with the jam.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
1:19 left to play in the final quarter. Beal with it. again, Phoenix. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Sutherland. It's hauled in by the Suns.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Now here's Durant. Durant off a pick from Booker. Shot clock at 5. Durant with it. Now guarded by Mitchell. And foul called as he misses it with the advantage of 2.
For the Cavaliers, it's been a real struggle against Kevin Durant.
He has 8 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for him to run some screens for him, try to pop it open.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. That's also good. So he gets more free throws.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
Poirier shot is off. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Right side Durant. Covered by Rubio. Rubio against Durant. Here's Ross. Passes to Okoye. Now the dish to Durant. He feeds it to Biyombo. Back to Durant. Easily grabbing this one. Not much to be critical of with this ring, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA and 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.